Why does he do that so well?
That's my job rule. I'm wearing it.
Rough.
Rough.
Yeah, rough.
Cool, mate. Who's going to do?
No one. So you can grab that slot. To be fair, that'll be good because you'll spawn with the right rifle. The 2IC.
Go for a piss anyway.
Could just spend 3 seconds and swap in the arsenal though.
Yeah, but that's effort.
Bruh.
Oh yeah, and we don't do effort in here.
No. I just have Zeus and I'm going to swap my lead up with that. Oh, time to get my fucking training plan up so I can stick to it so Spittle didn't shout at me.
Time to break my back with 7.62.
Mac, I mean, you know, swap.
Oh my god.
Sound.
Right.
In fairness, the strut in Armor Reforged with the pistol out, or just a grenade in your hand is way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have to ask, in Armor Reforged, can you hip thrust?
We'll find out. Don't worry. We will discover it.
Can you give it the boogie and bust it down sexual style?
Like a quirked up white boy.
Like a quirked up white boy. Goated with the sauce.
I heard a 40mm thunk then.
Yeah, that was not me.
Great.
Very much on, that was not me.
My rotten soldier.
A good time boy.
Right.
We're actually just watching what we do in the shadows.
It's great.
It is so good. You are the most devious bastard in New York City.
New York City.
That man can say anything and make it fucking hilarious.
Gizmo, shut the fuck up. I'm doing a piece to camera.
This is how we talk in Tucson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't like it.
I'd moved to Transylvania. I moved to Pennsylvania because it sounds a lot like Transylvania.
You're going to spawn with some very basic shit.
Mac,
fucking
me
guy.
and you were swapped, mate. I think I'm DMR now and you're fucking GPMG.
Basically round out your game.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, I did make that change.
Off of that. Right, I'll...
Yeah, rip.
The magazine boxes contain magazines.
Where's my mouse gone? There it is. Great, stop. Great.
Someone is MDing. Cool.
But there's no point for you to grab 20 magazines instead because you're gonna carry so many, and it's gonna be issues. Then you get,
Did someone say green mag boxes are not working?
yeah, because they aren't working.
Oh yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, Flinders, green mag's not working. Spawn shorties as well.
George, everyone, this is 1-1 Charlie. Fresh green mag box has been placed. Oh.
Hello, my darling. Could you put down a shotgun box? Thank you. It was so camp of me.
I can't hear you, and I'm glad I can't hear you.
Very gruffy.
Oh, I don't have fucking zip tie. Someone zip tie this man.
What? Who, what?
Zip tie this man.
No, he's in... Oh, wait. There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Why?
You're not away.
Go, go, go.
Come on.
Bye, Jones.
Radio check 113. Also, Paul, temporarily, it's your jam.
Good chat.
Good chat.
It takes a while, Peach. Give it a fucking chance. Jesus. You're like, it's broken.
It's broken.
It takes like a minute to connect. It don't like.
What am I seeing here?
Hey, Flinders, you gonna choose a spot for us to use in training?
Give me a chance.
Additional box with 3 shotguns and ammunition being placed. That makes all
You can shoot them out of the sky.
Oh wait, no, got it.
Yeah, it's an equipment.
Look, there they
And then when you're on it, you press W and S. You can switch between multiple ones. You could put up like 8 of them and then fucking filter through them.
Activate.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So. Right. ICs.
Section 1 secure app, come back to free section, blue and
so these are going to be used, obviously, you know, you
Radio
might
check,
put one
what's
of
your heading button? Check.
area that you're about to assault into, something like that there. They're sparingly used, they'll not be resupplied. For the reason being, we don't want to, you know, have this happen. So, keep that in mind.
Just see an entire fucking swarm of these things.
So we're being invited.
Get mortar deployed versions of them. Just
Mine's asking me to use the new version of Java.
With these lads, they're discussing use cases for them. That's why they're over here and having a little test, see how it's like. But for you, obviously, big things for these are going to be, say if you're going to assault like a compound or an area that you're trying to find a HVT, or you're trying to understand, you know, defensive positions before you assault. One of these is going to be really useful. Big things you need to do. Well, yeah, you know, if flight aren't around or these guys are unavailable, it gives us an option to do it too. Your grenadiers will hold these. You won't hold them yourselves, so you'll have to request your grenadier to fire them. Once they're fired, then you can connect. Also, inform on Net that you are putting up one of these hunt IRs so that we, Spell, and myself are aware of what you're doing. Once they're deployed, then I think me and you will probably have access to these monitors. I'm not sure, Spell. That's something we need to discuss with HQ.
Fucking armor lagging.
Well, he does. But then we can access them as well to understand your assault positions, things like that there. So they're going to be useful for that. When they're in the air, you can switch between multiple of them, W and S, and A and D, and rotate them, and then your your arrow keys kind of change direction of where they're facing. So take them with you at some point tonight. Throw up a couple, you know, if you're Zeusing or doing something like that there, if you get some free time, have a little play, or jump into the arsenal, have a little play, see what you think, come up with some use cases and get back to us then. And
Radio check.
Use them. Again, yeah, request permission to use and stuff from ourselves in future. You guys happy?
So whenever we fire them, we have to radio up to you that we're going to use them.
Yeah, because we don't want 3 or 4 of them up at the same time and one can do the job. So it's the same sort of situation.
Okay.
We don't want to over.
When you fire that, don't point it towards where the infantry spawn. Point it away.
I was trying to watch the infantry.
I'm just playing around with it. There's a really cool zoom out. You can do.
Does it actually fuck off when it goes down in that area?
No, because just in case you accidentally load a 40 mic, I'm trying to prevent a
God,
blue on blue.
I was double sure what I had loaded there.
Are going to be unreal. Also, they have night vision capabilities, so you press ahead.
No way.
Yeah.
Next time we get thermal
We have to go recover them. I feel like we would in real life. Definitely have to.
Oh yeah, you would, yeah.
They're 10 million.
In real life, you have to, but I think they disappear in game.
The taxpayer gave us 4 of them. You need to go get them.
I can see the infantry.
What they're doing.
A&D zoo.
What is this?
fucking
An
weird.
FOB for ants?
Any further questions for you guys? You happy enough how they work and how you connect?
I'm all happy with
Yeah,
it.
they're really
Am I allowed
can
to
they
test
zoom?
them during the
Yeah,
season? Would you?
Yeah, you can use them during your CQ view tonight. That's why I thought it would be a good idea to give you a little bit of training on them.
Mikhail, yeah, they can zoom.
Peach, can you come out of that menu and take a knee and then go prone? See if you can do it there.
You should be able to open them any setup, yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. My screen is entirely
Okay,
taken up
that's
by
fine.
general dynamics.
Because before you were standing up, and I wanted to know if it locked you back into the standing.
I'll find out now. What
Yeah,
am I doing?
seems
The
to be
lying
going.
down.
Right, yeah, you can use them lying down.
Cool. Am I cool to go crack on with my?
Yep. I don't want to keep you too long. You guys crack on.
Okay, they're pretty sick.
Yeah.
How many of them do I need? I have 18 of them.
Well, say the Emperor are getting 2 a night per section. I think 18's a little overkill.
No, you've got enough. You've got enough.
I will be Ice Star.
I have a question.
It's just reclaiming the singular days just by using fucking hunt IR drones.
Can we load one into one of our 105s?
Also,
and do our own fire
can,
missions?
You can shoot these, by the way, and they'll fall quicker.
Yes, I remember Jones was showing me them in my Gren training.
So permission to test that theory?
Yeah, Mikhail, you're cleared of fire. So as you can see, it's falling quicker now than the other one. So
And
that's
it'll
why
slowly speed up.
using them, you want to put them a little bit off the objective. The AI won't fire them, but you just know fine rightly that just use that. They're gonna go and fucking shoot the shit out of it with a PKM or something. So be smart about using them.
Cool. I'm gonna go back to this section. Have fun.
Have fun. Have a good show.
Caesar wants moving down.
Do 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 do.
Have you heard this? Fucking piss water coloured berry. It's stupid fucking berry that I have to wear. I don't want one anymore.
Wait.
Fuck off with
Not even yours.
Rossi, put that berry in your bag. Give me a sec.
Oh no, it's coming. I know it's coming.
Basically, there's a bug in this fucking mod that does us jump, and if you
Okay, don't do that again.
spin around and jump at the same time, it just launches you. You have to be pretty.
Job also, you are.
Alright, just herringbone up. I'm gonna teleport. Yeah. Herringbone up. I'll teleport us all to our training area and then we can crack on.
And then Crawford, you move up.
Herringbone, lads. Herringbone.
Alright.
I'm bleeding.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay. Herringbone, I'll get you all Zeus healed and then we'll teleport. Okay. We're in a field. Not exactly where I wanted, but it will do. I'm just going to go over here. Wait. Gather around, school circle. I'm just trying to find something. Trying to find a nice prop. I can't remember where it would be.
You put down a box or something.
Yeah. I want a box to stand on. So you know what? I'm gonna do it like this.
Why has Hawk got a little person next to him?
Because we're buddied.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah.
Empty box so they can put micro daggers in them.
Oh yeah.
Got sodden when you touched it.
Oh, here we are.
So,
Again.
quickly, everyone apart from Sunny, put your micro dagger in this box.
Just so you know, there's a glitch. If you leave your micro dagger on and you put it in the box, it stays up.
Turn your micro daggers off. I am going to be trusting you here. So there should be what? 8, 7 micro daggers in here. Yo, keep your radio programmer. It's just the regular micro dagger which needs to go in the box.
It'd be 8.
So
Oh. Yeah, that's okay, then,
8.
mate.
There we go. 8 micro daggers in the box.
Green boy. Rifles, mate. Rifles.
Those are deleted.
We've done what?
You bastard.
All right.
What does? Wait, hold on. I have a question.
Yes.
What does that actually like achieve? We still have GPS on us, and
Yeah.
Yes. The micro dagger lets you see everyone else that has a micro dagger. This way, you actually have to think a little bit more about your spacings and formations because you can't just look at a little screen at the left of your, your actual screen and see, oh, I'm a little bit too far ahead than.
Spacing.
Yes. So, firstly, we'll do buddy teams. As obviously popped in the TeamSpeak, I've given buddy pairs. One thing that you can do with Ace is if you look at someone's ass where it says like interactions. So I'm just going to have a look at pool just so I can make sure I'm getting this right. At the bottom, it will say assign buddy and then square brackets HUD. When you do that, so I'm just going to do it to pool, their icon will change on your little shack tag at the bottom. And as will their icon change, I'm pretty sure, in the little radar in the middle of your screen. Or rather, at the bottom in the middle of your screen. I wanted to stand on that.
Doesn't change on the radar, but it does.
Paul, run away. Quickly. It's because you're my buddy. Yes, it does. It does change on the radar. You get like a little sort of circle outline with like a torso in it. The reason that we're doing this is because we've noticed, especially when myself or Paul go down, that it can take a while to work out that people are dead, or if we often have to wait until we do a Kazam and go, why isn't Mac giving his Kazam? It's because he's tier 1, maybe. So your buddy teams, try and stick together. That's the reason that your buddy is just the person next to you in the Orbat. And keep an eye out of your buddy. If you look, you're trying to do like a bound or whatever, and you look and your buddy's not moving, they're probably tier 1. Radio that up, get that sort of across. Also, when we're doing building clearing, we're going to do a bit of CQB later tonight. Obviously, as most of you know, you shouldn't clear a building with less than 2 people. If you have to clear a building with just 2 people, it will be you and your buddy. To keep things simple. Any questions on that? Whilst, if you want now, if you haven't already, go to the person who is your buddy on the Orbat and look at their ass, ace interact with it, and assign them as your buddy.
That will be a good practice.
But it took the wee person thing out of you.
Show it to me.
Just for you to know, we're going to be incorporating that from today onwards in every up.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Right in there, Jobo.
I don't think so. I'll work it out.
I'll see.
Come on, stand up, show me your ass.
So you could see it, but that's cool. Right, okay.
Yeah, sweet, very good.
I've been Reforger for 3 seconds and I've been manhandled by Miguel already.
Welcome to the Reforger server. That's what they do.
Literally, I joined the server for 5 seconds. I chose my fucking gear.
Good.
And I saw Miguel running up to me and hit me in the face with a pistol.
Mark.
Yeah, Lewis fucking 84
He's all sorted, yeah? Yeah. Sure, these fucking
Right,
Charlie
everyone
dogs
has
how
their
the
buddy.
boys do it, yeah.
Cool. So everyone's got their buddy. Next. Really quickly, I'll look at one of the newer lads. Hut, can you tell me how much spacing there should be between you and the person closest to you?
10 to 20 meters.
Yep. Or if you're just using the radar at the bottom of your screen.
How many rings?
The outer circle.
Yep. Anywhere sort of in that, outer one, sort of between the second black line and the third black line from inside to out. That's where you want to be. And without a micro dagger, that will be what you're relying on. You'll probably only see the person in front of you or behind you or to your left and your right. So, I'm going to be spying in Zeus, and we really want to make sure that these spacings, especially spacings, are good. The next thing, it's really quickly do's and don'ts of what you do in combat. So I'm pretty sure you're mostly all good at this. I haven't noticed anything really egregious, but I know it from the other sections, so I'm just going to give you the reminder, which is if you're in contact, if you are the team medic, and I know Phoenix knows this, where is he? Oh, over there. Obviously, do not go, and if someone says, I'm tier 2, do not go to them. Win the firefight, and then you can treat them. I was going to say something, and then I realised that I'll be told off if I say it, so I'm not going to.
That goes for everyone else as well. Don't ask for help until the gunfight's over.
Yes. If you do need help, you are the person who will give help to yourself. You are not expected to med anyone else in combat. If you get shot in the arm or the leg, push on, keep shooting. When you get to the point that you maybe need to reload, put a tourniquet on it, reload, keep going. If you get shot in the chest or the head, again, keep going until you need to reload, then bandage it up. Technically, people might say that's the wrong thing to do, but in my opinion, I'd much rather you take your rifle out of combat for a couple of seconds to bandage then leave the wound and potentially go tier 1, taking your rifle out of that combat until it's over. Things like if you need a chest seal, you should be carrying chest seals, but if you get a deep penetrating injury, put a chest seal on it, and then bandaging is secondary.
I don't have any.
There are chest seals and IFAKs. So
There should be chest. Yeah, if you've got an IFAK, there'll be a chest seal in it.
I don't have an IFAK.
Rip. Someone will give you some.
Okay.
But everyone, when you load up, this is another thing. When you load up, either grab an IFAK for medical kit, or at least make sure you've got 2 splints, 2 chest seals, 4 tourniquets, and then some bandages. That's all the medical you need. Just make sure you got that. Because whilst bleeding will probably kill you in the firefight, if you don't seal your chest, you'll probably collapse walking from A to B from a pneumothorax.
Fun.
Yeah, that's all medical. The next thing, obviously in contact, keep doing your fire control orders. If, we're shooting and I say, section rapid fire on the contact, keep doing rapid fire. Even if I don't give you any other calls, just keep getting that rapid fire out. If it's gone on for what you think is too long, by all means, radio up and say, should we drop the rate of fire? Paul will probably be doing it. Once I've given the first contact call, it's Paul's job, or in this case, Rossi's job, to control the firefight. Listen to their contact calls to drop the rate of fire so that you can conserve your ammunition, but I don't want to hear that rate of fire be dropped without a call. Because, you might not have killed all the enemies. They could simply just be, lying prone, waiting out your fire, and then as soon as, it drops, they'll pop back up, start shooting at you.
Even if you can't see them, just shoot in that general direction. It'll act as suppression.
Yeah.
Basically, even if we've been rapid firing that position for fucking ages at this point, yeah, like Sonny just said there, just keep firing even if we can't see them, yeah. We don't know that position's clear until we're stood on that position, right? So don't go calling out fucking, oh yeah, I think we've killed them all. We haven't killed them all. We don't know that until we're stood over the top of them, swording them in the fucking mouth. You know what I mean? We're cocks.
We need to bring the bayonet back into the standard kit.
Don't say that fucking word again. Jobbo.
Where's your barrel again? Yeah, sword. Yeah.
I'm not desecrating my glorious Rifle Green's barrel with cigarette smoke, am I? Do you know what I mean? I'm going to take it off.
Other things when you're in contact is, as Rossi is a big sort of speaker of, is don't just, if you're shooting at someone, say there's an enemy over there and I'm shooting at them, don't just sit still. Pop a couple of shots, shift left a meter, pop a couple of shots, shift right a bit. Keep sort of moving back and forward, sort of 2-ish meters, every, 10 rounds, whatever. Because it means that, if you're suppressing the enemy and they pop down, if they get a chance to pop back up, you are not where they last thought you were. Even if you're 2 meters further left, it's going to take them a second to, turn their rifle to where you are. And by that point, if they've popped up, hopefully you'll have shot first because they won't have been moving. It's especially good against Zeusers who are cruel. I say, yeah, we are better than Zeusers.
It's called a movement box, lads. You create this movement box around yourself. It only has to be 1 meter, 2 meter forward, left, right, front and back. Right, just make sure you fucking got that in your minds. 1 to 2 rounds, and then you're down in the prone position or whatever behind some cover, and you're moving left to right, diagonal, fucking forward and back. Just stay within your fucking movement square. Don't encroach on anyone else's arcs. Don't fucking pull yourself too far back that you can't see or whatever. Don't crawl too far forward. Just keep it nice, small, easy. Couple of steps left, couple of steps right. You're up, you're firing, you're back down, you're moving. Right? In reality, it's an absolute fucking lick, but it's got to be done. We're playing armor. It might make your fingers hurt just a little bit.
Yeah, it's not hard to push a little bit, is it?
No, like Phoenix the other day, a couple of weeks ago, where we were in an extended line shooting at the enemy, and you got back in the prone position and rolled to the right hand side. And as you rolled,
I'm free tonight if you need any use or anything.
You know what I mean? So
cool. Maybe later.
Oh, good. I will go to the next person then.
So let's
Cool.
just do it.
I'll message you in on Steam if you want.
Yeah, sure.
If you're looking good and
And
you're
I'll let you
feeling
know
good,
if,
kill cunts.
Jones is still on me because we all want to take a check.
Sounds good.
Yeah, oh god, I want to teleport you away.
What do you say?
He wants to teleport you away.
No.
That's just my points on it. Just do it.
Also, what the fuck is
Do
that
it because
array?
it looks better. What?
Rifle spray, mate.
Glorious, isn't it?
Jesus.
Keep it to yourself though. Don't tell anyone.
Chosen man.
Ras him up in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, I'll be quiet about it.
So that's pretty much like things that I want you to be doing or not doing in a firefight. Any questions? We'll get onto shooting soon, but any questions?
Yeah, so I'm kind of a retard and I moved my fucking shack deck. I zoomed it out and I don't know how to set it back. So, you know.
I don't because I've never
broken my shack deck either.
Control.
Yeah, I know.
And the plus on a numpad.
I don't know how to set it. Well,
so control and numpad minus.
Or plus, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That should work.
Otherwise,
Yeah, no, just to figure out how was it before.
Add on options.
Yeah, just change the control.
Yeah. Fuck you, one pedophile.
So the
Mike was muted there. Did I just get up and just stand there and not say anything?
Yeah, and then you just said sort it out.
Like, what if I...
And also, one more thing on that contact. The most meaningful thing, whenever you get into contact, you always need to remember to run through the Kosef. Can someone who isn't Rossi tell me what...
Or Sunny.
What?
DD Kosef.
DD Kosef. You was taught this in your BIT.
AIT.
Yeah.
Who are you asking?
Anyone. It's open to anyone.
Dash down, crawl, observe, and sight out in the contact, fire rank, something like that.
Yes.
Yes.
Dash down, crawl, observe, sights, fire.
Yep.
It literally tells you what to do whenever you get shot at. Remember to always keep it in your head and run through it. Whenever you're moving, look for some kind of cover you can use in case you got in contact at this specific moment in time. If you're moving staggered column along this road, you can look around.
Yeah. Hold Alt and free look.
And free look around.
Ooh.
There are bushes, there are fucking...
No, they used to teach...
The fuck that is, walls, that kind of thing.
Cost or whatever. I don't think they teach... They did, well, they didn't taught us it. They don't teach it anymore, I don't think.
No, it's not something that's taught. It's essentially what you'll hear it as is the life-saving step. That's the first dash, so you'll take a step to the left or the right just to get yourself out of that immediate killing zone, pump a couple of rounds at them, dash for cover. That's what they're saying. So life-saving step's that first dash, and the rest of it is just more armorized.
Oh.
The AI are fucking ninjas in this game.
Also, contact calls. Please give us contact calls. Your DDD, direction, distance, description. We want compass, like southeast, and then we want a bearing. Southeast, bearing 140. Give us, a guess at distance. Give us indications of what you're looking at. I did notice that, especially in cities, a lot of the time you can say, contact 060, orange roof building. Well, which fucking one? Just be as descriptive as necessary. Obviously, you're being shot at. It's already a high tense, quite tense environment. But the rest of the section need to know what to shoot at as well. And say it's got to be just specific enough that people can look over there and then spot the enemy themselves. But please give contact calls. Next thing, really quickly, radios. Something that I especially noticed in the mini campaign, and this is also why we're doing the buddy system. If say for example, Rossi and Mac aren't here, or they're on a helicopter reinsert or whatever, or it's me and Rossi as 1 and 2 IC, and that's it, right? If I go down, or if me and Rossi go down, it takes quite a while for people to realize that we've gone down, hence the buddy system, and B, once you do realize that we've gone down, obviously, because if I'm tier 1, I can still hear platoon net. I'll often be hearing, any 1-3 call signs, message over, like, I'll be hearing Spittle or McCarthy try and get through to us and nothing's happening. So if, the ICs go down, I expect all of you just to know how to get onto platoon net, tell everyone else on platoon net to shut the fuck up, and get the message out that the ICs are down and we need support. Even if those are the only 2 people dead, try and get some support. So for today's purpose, platoon net, we're actually going to do 100.3, just because I don't think we're quite out of range of, say, 1.2 or 1.1, and I want to be on the safe side. So 100.3. Set that on your second channel on the radio. There is a button, it's the second from the left at the bottom. It says Set Additional Channel. You push that, and it will say A2 instead of C2. Then make sure you navigate back to section net, so channel 1. With an additional channel set, it means you push T on your keyboard and you'll start speaking over the additional net like I'm doing now.
Question, Fienders.
Yep.
Will we be expecting the ones who've never done platoon net to use basically?
No, absolutely not.
No, just keep it informal, is it?
Yeah. No. If you haven't done a PTC, you won't know this. This is why I'm giving you the real basics now, and it goes for everyone as well. Just a reminder: if people are dead, no one, and you're taking over. If you're not experienced on platoon net, if you're not, me or, Paul or Rossi or Mac or whoever, no one expects you to get it right. All you need to say is you come over platoon net, you need to say, this is 1-3, section Mascaz, or like, we're fucked, over. Yes. This, where's Mac? There he is. As Mac says, only jump on platoon if the people above you in the chain of command, which is on the TeamSpeak, it's below the ORBAT, the list of section members is the current chain of command. If someone is above you, that means they are more senior than you. I might rearrange it because I don't know how I feel about it, but at the moment, that's how it is. So yeah, if the ICs go down, spot that quickly with the buddy system. Get on platoon net as soon as possible. Push T. If you hear someone speaking, you say break, break. That means that they shut up. This is a bit more complicated because if someone is giving a contact call or a contact report, don't break them. But if you're just hopping on midway through message, it can be quite hard to work out what this is. If in doubt, just wait for net to be quiet. Then come over, you push T, you say, this is 1-3, my ICs are dead, section Mascaz, send support, over. It can be as simple as that, right? As long as you make it clear which section you are from, which is 1-3, and you tell platoon what the situation is, aka, the ICs are dead, whether it's, just the ICs are dead or a Mascaz, which means you are combat ineffective. We say that's half your section is dead, is a Mascaz. Ask for support and then finish it with over. If you haven't done a PTC, you won't know this, but over means you expect a message back. Out means you have finished the conversation. If you are not experienced on platoon net, just say over. Never, ever, ever say out. Because platoon could always want to say more to you. Are we all clear on that?
Yeah.
Roger. Yeah. Roger.
Keep this in your minds, because whilst we're doing the live fire stuff, I will be in Zeus. I might occasionally accidentally just kit end and kill Rossi and Paul.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, or I'll be aiming at them explicitly with the AI. Because I will be taking the role as 1-0. I'll be radioing people occasionally. I want to hear on my section net, oh shit, Paul and Rossi are down. And then I want to hear someone come over platoon net almost immediately after I hear, oh shit, the ICs are dead. That is what I'm expecting from you tonight. Do not let me down. Other thing about radio, let's just cut the chatter. Today, we're going to try today. Most of the radio comms I want to be hearing will be from Rossi to Paul and vice versa. The ICs of our section communicating. If you want to give a contact call, do it over the radio. If, you are not in Delta and you want to call out that your buddy has gone tier 1, do it over the radio. As Sunny says, control tab, go on shout like I'm doing now so you can all hear me. Get on shout, everyone in your fire team should be able to hear you if you're in like an extended line or whatever, and convey the information that way. Just because it's nice to have a quiet radio. If Paul needs to tell Rossi, Charlie's getting fucked, Delta, you need to move here to assist us or assault through, take the pressure off. He doesn't need to be fighting with a few people, saying, oh, there's some tier 1s, oh, there's a contact over there, oh, or whatever, to get that message across. Understand?
Roger.
Yep.
The main thing I like to say is think about what you're trying to convey through the radio. Think about, is it really something my IC needs to know? You're looking at a civvy 500 meters away in contact situation. Is it really something that's worth cluttering the radio with? Right, I don't mind you using the radio for gibber, basically, whilst out of contact, but in contact situations where I have to listen to sometimes 3 different radios at once,
it's a pain in my ass
for me, right? And it will be hard for me, it will be hard for Funders, it will be hard for Rossi, it will be hard for every single person here around us that will have to deal with it, because we need to get as much information as we can from these radios. Because if I omit a call, I omit some sensitive information through Platoon.net or maybe even CoinNet, we will be fucked. As is. So I don't want to scream at you over the radio telling you to shut up, because there were situations where I had to, and I really don't want to do that, which is why I want us to focus on using our own heads a bit more. It's not to insult you or anything, but to focus on our heads and filter the information that is needed.
Yeah.
If it's something necessary for you to say, you think it is sensitive, tell it to the guys around you. You shout for it so that the guys around you are informed about it. You see a civvy walking down the road, I don't need to know that. The guys around you need to know that. Just so you are in touch with it, so that this civvy down the road doesn't turn out to be a fucking insurgent with a fucking pistol up his ass.
Yeah.
I only need to know about it once that civvy pulls that pistol out of his ass and starts shooting at you.
Yeah.
But
Coin is... We don't talk about Coin because everything is different in Coin. If I wasn't so prone to dying, I'd actually consider maybe taking radios off some of you. Just as like an experiment. But the problem is, I die, you need the radio to get onto Platoon. So...
in terms of Platoon.net, we're not stopping you from listening to it. I was listening to it like a month after I went into the unit. I started listening on it just to get used to it somewhat and just have some additional information so I know what's happening when I'm sitting idle and I'm not bored as hell. But I'm not stopping you from doing that. I'm not refraining you. But I want you to have that clear mind and just filter in and use the radio for things necessary. I don't mind you just bantering over the radio when it's not in contact, but when the situation gets a bit more, let's say, stressful, I like to focus a bit more on those things so that you can actually filter things through here. But that's that.
Yeah. On the subject of Platoon, if you are going to listen in, if you hear someone say, give an order to 1-3, wait until Paul or I, or whoever's your IC, actually tell you to do that order before doing it. There have been some cases in the past where point men especially they'll hear an order and then they'll just start going before the IC has told them, what they're doing.
Really does.
Yeah. If you're a point man, so this goes to sort of Sunny and Rossi, if you're listening into platoon, the use of that is you hear the order, you then open up your map, you go, right, where are we going, what's the best route? And you use the time between being told the order on platoon and your IC telling you to actually do it to work that out.
Yeah. Especially those orders could change as well until you give that order anyway.
Yeah. Final thing for radios, break can be used on any net. As I say, you probably mostly hear it on platoon, but if you are on section net and there's a bit of chatter and the shot goes off, if there's still chatter and you want to call out a contact, just go break contact blah blah blah. As soon as you hear the first break, shut up. That is the reason that you have 2 breaks, so it gives your brain a little bit of time to work it out, because it could have been a long day, whatever. We're here for fun at the end of the day. Definitely. If you want, you can do a little bit of wandering about in the field just so we can see how good you are at doing your spacings with different formations and such. Or you can hear me yap for a little bit longer and then you can jump straight into live fire.
No, we're going through some spacings.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the section out. You can start focusing. You can set something up for live fire, and I'll get the section out and just walk around a bit, swap around the formations, and see how the guy is focusing.
Yeah.
We can do some formation stuff. Then we can do a quick patrol maybe with live fire, and then we can go over to map.
What the fuck's wrong with Crow? Oh, he's fucking. I thought you were dead.
So you can set up a small patrol route or something, and then call me out on platoon net so the guys hear some correct procedures. Once you have it set up, and we'll begin that. For the time being, I'll just walk around with some formations and
How do you
shit.
get on platoon net?
Okay. Oh yeah. Whilst I'm sorting shit out, Rossi or Mac, if anyone's unsure how to get on platoon and how to get it so that it's in different ears, go to Rossi. He'll know. He'll walk you through it.
I feel like you could tag his own big if you wanted to.
So yeah, if yes.
What I was going to do is, I'd imagine we're going to start with staggered down this road or some shit.
Yeah.
Just to leave a space for
walk around a bit.
So one thing that always catches us out, one thing that's fucking stupid, is we always try to get into the formation. We end up fucking stretching back miles in the wrong direction. Whereas if we're starting herringbone, the blokes are seeing who's moving off, and we minimise our foot on the ground, if you know what I mean, at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and the boys can stay in cover at that time instead of sitting out in the fucking middle of the road. I know it's not going to work with platoons sometimes, but it's the way it should be done. So
yeah. So I've stuck some markers. Yeah. Herringbone down this road. I might throw a little bit of contact at you just to see how you react to it, but there won't be much. I'm gonna go and whisper actually.
Just to focus on space and just make sure the guys get in positions that they should be in.
So yeah, you're going left onto the main road, then right immediately, carry on staggered column, and then X for right. As long as you get through an extended line, a half tack, and an arrowhead, that'll be fine.
So after X right, I break down and start mixing
Yeah,
up.
you break off into the right. Hopefully this is a fairly open field. I'll have a look in Zeus, but yeah.
Just give us time to get into those formations, Flinders.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
What does the X mean on the map marker? X and right.
Exit road.
Exit road to the left. To the right, I'm sorry.
Get shit back on.
Right, quickly. Yeah, so lads, get into a herringbone. I would like Mac, Paul, and Rossi over on me. Really quick chat.
On your section for
You're
Mac on us.
Oh, net. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Mac, run over here.
Yeah,
I think he's helping someone with the radio.
Right, nevertheless. Rossi, come on.
So, just quickly hop and whisper. I don't know how far the range of talking is. Wait for Mac
We could, if we go back like 3 more meters, they certainly won't hear us.
Okay, we'll just stand over. Okay. Hello.
Radio check.
Get on.
Good check. All right. So, I have been told by Spittle that especially with the buddy system, we need to be more, I would say, sort of self-regulating in the section. So rather than we spot errors and then bring it up in debrief, we hopefully try and spot people's mistakes in op and then correct them in op. So what I want from especially you three whilst I'm watching, and especially Mac and Rossi, because obviously Paul's sort of ICing, is try and make sort of small yet obvious deliberate mistakes throughout tonight.
Correct formation, that kind of shit.
Yeah. So, you know, be out of position, you know, not be following, you know, fire control orders, you know, maybe speak unnecessarily over the radio net, and just try and see if your buddy, especially if you're, you know, out of formation or whatever, or other people on net police you on these things.
Oh, that's sweet.
This is something that probably will happen in pre-NCOs, because last time I did a sort of informal PNCO, we were told to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
I mean, you'll just have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. So just don't say not well, actually, if you want to do it constantly, you know, try and be irritating if you want. But yeah, little errors. So yeah, you know, be out of position, have poor spacing, you know, don't pay attention to the fire control orders, like especially with you, Mac, because you've got the GPMG. If I call, you know, if Paul calls rapid fire,
you just fucking keep
yeah. Yeah, either hold on the trigger or do the opposite. You know, be on deliberate, be on watch and shoot, even if something else is called.
Yeah, but one thing, not do it all the time, because if they realize that you're doing things specifically for that reason, they would do. They're not idiots. I hope.
I might get Sonny over and tell him to do it as well, just as there's a few more.
I would.
Yeah.
Sonny closer.
If Wolf was here, he'd be doing it as well because he's obviously one of the senior bods. But
I just want them to pick out things.
yeah, it's.
You didn't call me, did you?
Sorry. Yeah, just hop on Whisper. I've already explained to the lads, but basically we want the section to be more self-policing. So occasionally tonight, just occasionally, what I want from you and Mac and Rossi and Paul is just do things wrong. You know,
yeah.
like
what to do if we're all tier 1s. So I told them how to communicate on PlatoonNet. I told them what I'd recommend them to do in that time if we are all down. So form a defensive perimeter, hold your positions, and radio net for what to do, stuff like that. But yeah, I see what you want to do.
Yeah.
Let them sort themselves out.
Yeah, but especially sort of the idea of self-policing. So as in, you know, I want occasionally, try not to do it all at the same time. Obviously Rossi's gone, but try not to do it at the same time. But, you know, speak on the radio net unnecessarily. And see if anyone calls you out. You know, have shit spacing. You know, be out of position. You know, like be too far back in an extended line or too far forward if we're hold.
Do shit wrong, but try and not do it all at the same time.
No, and just see if, especially your buddy, but see if anyone in the section picks you up on it.
Yeah.
Not even have to shit spacing on me. I will realize that either way.
But especially fire rates and stuff. Yeah.
Alright, that's all. Let's begin because it's taking a bit.
Yeah, that's everything.
Anyway, well done.
Right, if friends do the thing.
Milo, I thought is always you.
What thing?
Whatever you're supposed to do at Zeus.
It's your section. So step them off down the road.
Yeah, I'll do section this, and then we're going to begin in stagger column. We're going to step up to the left and move along the main route through the markers all the way to exit right. I'm going to focus on some formations, so we begin in stagger column. Sonny, take us out to the left.
Stepping off left.
As for stagger column, remember we're going in sort of a zigzag and focusing spacing. Yes, and you can continue on, the spacing will fix itself.
Yep, continuing on.
Mac, let me know when you've moved.
Roger.
Yeah, Mac, I'm moving.
With that in mind, I hope everyone is listening on to that platoon that we sort of set up at 100.3. Because given we get in contact or something happens, I'm going to try and be as realistic and correct in terms of SOPs as possible when it comes to platoon level comms. So they can have an idea on how it's more or less supposed to sound in that regard.
Just remember, lads, if you haven't got any cover when we stop for a second, just go in the prone.
Continue on through the crossroads. We're not going to be setting up any road crossings.
Rog. Approaching end of the road, we'll be making right turn.
Contact right.
Contact right. Section 4 has extended line face north rapid fire to 340.
Extended line facing north.
Any eyes on the contact? Probably in the bushes. Alright, Delta, continue rapid fire. Charlie, I'm going to bounce forwards and push for contact. Delta, going to continue forwards. Charlie up.
Charlie up, bound it.
Contact
down.
was 309, 10 meter my position. Delta, better move. Move now.
Charlie down, rapid fire 340. Delta push through.
One three. This is 10. Where is my contact report? Over.
Hello, 10. This is 13 Charlie. In contact report over.
10. Send contact report over.
13 Charlie, we've been contacted whilst moving stagger
the bushes on my left side.
down to the west. Unknown contact level at this time. Pushing into the contact of Seabird 3.
Mark, radio
we'll
check.
update
Yeah,
on finish.
I'm checking for the bushes I can't see.
10. A firm sweep through when you get to MSR. Hold. Over.
Charlie up, bound it.
A firm. Delta was the rapid fire.
Rate up.
Charlie down.
Charlie move.
Charlie fire up.
One time's enemy dead on me.
Section deliberate fire.
Delta down.
Charlie up. Deliberate fire.
Delta check fire on the left. Charlie's pushing through.
And
Breakdown from bound. Push through the building. See through. Delta set up defensive position facing north.
break. I'm just gonna hold you there. The contact has been dealt with. Stagger column on the MSR. Head right at the crossroads. I'll be on net to tell you what that contact was in a sec.
Section form back up Charlie from Delta rear in stagger to face southwest. Hello 1013 Charlie, stirrup, over.
10, send stirrup, over.
13 Charlie as follows. Contact dealt with, push through it, sweep through, forming back up on MSR to face current route. Over. Section form back up Sunny.
10. A firm. Out.
In staggered.
Yeah, A-firm. Wilson's having audio issues. May have to restart armor.
Alright, go for it, Wilson. I'm going to TP you back.
Yeah, just shoot us a message in group chat in game when you're geared up, and I'll teleport you in.
Okay.
Right, point man set.
Right, break down defensive positions, form up in stagger column. Right, we good to go now?
Good movement.
Right, so you take us out along the route.
Stepping off now.
Weapons down the job.
So yeah, just quickly whilst you're proceeding and there's no contact, you were engaged by one singular enemy with an LMG. I did love how you kept the fire rate up, even though you didn't know, it was just one man. You pushed through contact nicely. So yeah, I'm spacing to sort of fairly alright most of the way through, so pretty happy with what I saw.
Section, once you break down from the road at XR points to the right, we're going to reform and extend the line. Charlie left, Delta right, facing 020-ish.
A-firm. Roger. Charlie left, Delta right, happy.
So in case someone is unsure, the way it's supposed to go is every single person in Charlie goes to the left hand side of the point one, and everyone in Delta goes to the right hand side of point one.
Approaching XR marker, stepping off right.
Forming into extended line now, Pool, yeah?
Yep, break down, Charlie to the left, Delta to the right.
Happy. Right, Delta on the right. Yeah, so... Oh.
Charlie set.
Wait one.
Let's go.
Contact front.
Contact north. Rapid fire. 1-3 contact way out.
Lads, rapid fire.
Not safe.
Fucking down.
Any eyes on contact?
Alpha Delta is obscured by the weeds. Can we move forwards?
A-firm will begin bounding. Charlie rapid fire. Delta move first.
Delta prepare to move. We're going to be bounding forward. Delta, move now. Delta, this hook down.
Charlie up. Move up 030. In fact, we're gonna swap it over to a leapfrog. Contact the building northwest. Charlie, extended line northwest. Delta push through that contact to the north and pivot around to the right.
Say again, where's the contact?
To the northwest in the building on our left. Charlie reform an extended line facing 320. Delta
Roger,
pivot around to the
Delta,
right.
we're going to peel it round, start facing northwest now. Move on my right.
Rapid fire on that building in front of me. 335, 2-story. Window 2-1.
Seen.
Man down, man down. Right, second story.
Rapid fire,
We have
continue on.
Rosh down.
A firm medic, get into some safety rest of the Delta. Continue pivoting to the right. Once you set, rapid fire on the building. Charlie's gonna push through.
Reload in.
Where's the rapid fire coming? Charlie, good.
Rossi is T2, but he's not moving.
Alright, section rapid fire on that building. Charlie, push close to the walls. Delta, continue rapid fire on the building.
Pushing towards building.
Delta, once we are inside, we are now inside. You are free to break down a bit and get some cover. And continue on rapid fire on the building zone.
Right, who took over Delta?
I guess me.
What?
Sit rep, we're just getting into position, providing covering fire for Charlie as they're clearing out that building to our west.
Roger, happy with that. Has anything been put in place when Charlie go into that building? Are we switching fire?
Just hold cover fire, simply push. Right, pool is tier 1.
Right, Rossi. Contact behind.
Hello, 10, 13, message over.
1-0, send message over.
We are, both ICs are currently down. We have Mazcast.
Delta, turn to face south, southeast. Engage contact.
1-0, A firm. If needed, perform section withdrawal to compound in grid 117139. Over.
Is it alright if I take Jobbo and we push up to it?
Yeah, pair up.
Out.
I'm attempting to Rossi get him in cover. Hard to cover me.
Roger.
Right, fellas, we're gonna do a section withdrawal to 117139. Everyone up? Who's up? Hey, firm, Sunny up.
Right, shot clear, position clear.
Phoenix up, I've got T1 Rossi on my back.
Castled up.
Job up.
Roger that, boys. We're gonna push back southeast.
Friendly's coming from your northwest.
Pushing backwards. I'd like him to focus on Charlie first. Because they're kind of broken. Charlie inside the building and Delta outside. They'd have to RTB first and then pull back.
I think the main thing there was reforming the bloke. I'm gonna get out because fucking Wilson's in here with his fucking mic.
Funny, let's go southeast.
Yeah. The main thing I would like to see, it was good from Mac. It was good from all of us. As soon as I went on the first time, straight on it.
Yeah, they told me straight away.
Right, Delta, move back.
However,
Charlie,
the
face
best
off
thing would
northwest.
have been to do there is reconvene the blokes and then start withdrawing back in sort of a reverse bound. But Mac's not going to know that, is he?
That's what they're doing.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, I told them to.
Oh. God, he's lucky we're here at pool, isn't he?
Jesus Christ.
Essentially doesn't even have a section.
Right, Charlie, get into an extended line with us. We'll keep pushing south.
I can still hear you.
Charlie right.
Charlie right, Rog.
1-0, this is 1-3 message over.
1-0, send message over.
The contact has died down. We're not taking fire anymore. Do you still want us to withdraw to them coordinates or hold where we are?
1-3 or 1-0. Hold where you are. Set up security around the compound. Your tier 4s will be with you shortly.
Right, we're going to push back to this little compound west of us. We're going to set up an ARD around the compound.
Roger.
Yeah, it seems like he's good at it. He just needs some more time.
Are we stepping off or what?
I think he's just nervous about being in charge of blokes.
Yeah,
It's
you're
more
falling
when
back to this
people
small
are around
compound
you.
we're at.
Seems
To
be the issue.
your east.
When he's by himself now, and he probably thinks we're dead back at base or something.
Sorry, boys, there's a mixed signal there. We were told west or east. Which is it?
We're in a compound.
let's go east.
117, 139.
Yeah, no, yeah, he will be.
Crow to your east. Is rest of Charlie with you?
Yeah, eyes on. Yeah, Sun is with me.
Alright, Wilson, if you hop out, I'll teleport you and the lads back to him.
The sound of the game is still not working.
Just make sure it's actually so settings audio, make sure it's outputting to the right device.
I can hear the voices and the radio. Can't hear anything else in the game.
That is weird, you might have to open a REMI ticket.
Oh, fuck me.
Mac, do you want to call into platoon that was set?
That's a very good idea. 1-0, this is 1-3 message over.
1-0, send message over.
We are setting an ARD on the compound, waiting for the reinserts now. Over.
1-0, A firm. They'll be with you momentarily. Out. Yeah, Wilson, I don't know about your audio issues, but yeah, just hop out the Vic. I'll teleport everyone over. So.
Is anyone injured that needs touching up what we got at the moment? Grow.
Right section, Kazam.
Usual shit, boys, from the top. Crawford. Kazam, 30 seconds, boys, yeah? 30 seconds.
Suppose so. Jobo, green.
Crawford, green, amber.
Right, Sunny, green, but just remember, it goes top of the list.
Yeah, I was told 30 seconds, bud.
My iFax. Why is that?
Yeah, I said 30 seconds there.
Yeah, Jobo, green.
Oh, I couldn't.
Cool.
I think I know why. I'm just fucking heavy. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Cool, Kazam.
Green. What time city?
Fell on the ground because I didn't have enough space in my backpack.
Wilson's fucked. Crow.
Crow. Amber, green.
Matt, green.
Phoenix, Kazam, please.
Green.
Rossi, green, 1 times AT. Mac, do you have an in-law?
Negative.
Green.
Alright, so confirming the section is amber, and we have 2 times AT, yeah?
Well done. Don't stand here, just get into position.
Correct. Send it through.
Hello, 0. This is 1-3 Delta. Kazam, report over.
1-0, send Kazam over.
1-3 Delta, we are currently amber at this time, 2 times AT, over.
1-0, A firm. Out. I'll get yours, Zoo Seal. And I can't be asked to give you a box.
If anybody needs touching up, just get into the building.
You don't have to be inside the. That dog! Someone shoot that dog!
There's a man and he lets you take some candy if you let him touch him.
That man has a dog!
Have a name, Rossi.
Oh, that was a proper wolf god to say that.
Yeah.
Anything to say that, wasn't it?
All right, lads. Gather around to me. I'm on the northeastern side of this compound. Yeah.
What you?
I was gonna do this.
Yeah, Crawford will figure that out.
Such
Shout.
a good idea.
Hello.
Actually, mate. Yeah.
I can
No,
hear
that's
you all
such a
right.
good
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Didn't even think of that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's that shouting.
That sounds better. Yeah, yeah.
I'll
It should be at the bottom
Cool.
right.
I'll turn this off. Right, is that
Left
normal
con-
talking?
Left control and tab, it shows you a wee head at the bottom of the screen. He's whispering, he's talking and shouting, mate.
Right, someone shoot the dog, please.
Right, so.
Right. So listen in. Quickly before I let you suggest any comments about what you thought on the ground. From Zeus, I thought that was all right actually. Less smooth than I wanted from my end, because my plan of just very easily murdering Rossi and Paul didn't work because Armor's a shit game. So I had to like actually work to murder them, and the problem was you were all too good. Every time I emerged in one of the windows, I'd get a couple of shots off, and then I'd be dead, and it wouldn't be enough to kill Rossi and Paul. However, the couple of times, as I know Rossi went down initially, I got him with a sniper, but he came back up. You were very quick to point out that Rossi had gone tier 1, and then very quick to point out he'd come back up again. And also same with Paul. I know that was in a CQB scenario, but you were also very quick calling him up and then hopping onto platoon net. Kudos to Mac there for hopping on nice and quickly once I'd murdered Rossi. Spacings, I wasn't paying.
Window, no.
Yeah, I was wiggling a bit. Yeah.
I stood in the open going.
Yeah, yeah. The sniper the AI that I spawned down had was so inaccurate. It was awful. But no, spacings I wasn't paying loads of attention to, but especially during the staggered column and the initial contact, seemed pretty good. Obviously, use on the ground will have had a better idea of that. What else? Yeah, I say platoon net was decent. As I say, one thing that I probably should have mentioned and clarified is, calling a Mascaz that early, probably a little bit unnecessary. Obviously, because I can see in Zeus, I can only see that there were 2 dead. You know, when you're hopping up, you can. What I should have said is when you first getting onto net, just say, this is 1-3, like Mac taking over as, IC.
Yeah.
Then they'll probably ask you what's happened. In the time that they're getting to ask you, really quickly, just do like an up check so you can determine how many people are actually dead.
Yeah, because we weren't Mazkas, were we?
No, you only had 2 tier 1s, which, 2 tier 4s, because I did pretty much unload like half a mag of 7.62 into pool, but yeah, you were still fighting fit, you could have carried on.
Yeah.
But as I say, it was what I taught was sort of to call Mascaz, so that's my bad. Paul, you can complain at me if I miss them. Be a bit more snappy on the in contact way outs to platoon. It's something that I struggle with still, but one thing that you'll hear Spittle complaining about is as soon as shots start flying at you, the platoon expect you to come on and say like 1-3 in contact way out.
I was focused more on making the correct calls in the section. No, I'm eating now. I wasn't eating.
Yeah.
I was focused on giving the correct calls to the section instead. So
and that's the difficult thing about being an IC. You've got to step back and just be a keyboard warrior on your radios and your map and shit.
I think a big thing to remember is what we forget as people, well, you two maybe, people in IC roles, is that if we're firing more weapons, something's went wrong. I know it doesn't really translate that much to Armor 3, because everyone wants to get some rounds down, but maybe for this, myself and Pool take a step back and do things the way they should be done and we'll handle the firefights properly instead of focusing on shooting at the enemy and trying to kill them. We'll leave that to you guys, which is what you're there for, essentially. As riflemen, GPMG gunners, maybe it's not Phoenix as team medic, but as riflemen, GPMG gunners, and DMRs, your job is to kill the enemy. Our job is to control you in the way that you kill the enemy. So, exactly, yeah. And like I've said before, Pool at the minute is bin tactics and maneuvers, and I am bin bags and hoovers. So one thing we need to implement really quick is one thing I'm trying to get into lads' heads at the minute is when I say Kaz, I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to check all this shit and make sure. Sorry, Flinders, actually, I'll go into that later. I'll go into my stuff later. Flinders, carry on with what you were saying. I just went off a tangent there.
It's what I was going to I'll say like two more things. Firstly, radios were a lot clearer. And obviously when I'm in Zeus, I cannot, unless I'm sort of, my camera is right around you, I can't hear if you're communicating. So from your perspective, were you sort of, just using shout, getting stuff back and forward without using the radio? Do you think it was working well or not?
I thought it was well because I was able to shout to Ross just to make sure he was actually using comms over radio, so yeah.
Yeah, because there was an issue with me. Crawford couldn't hear my comms. I don't think he could hear any radio comms, but I heard you the whole time, Crawford. As soon as you said you didn't have comms, mate, I was aware of that straight away.
Yeah. Everyone else, sort of, Charlie, obviously you're doing CQB, so there's less radios there, but prior to that, were you sort of, trying to get stuff across without radios? How did it go? Paul?
Personally, I don't mind. I mean, it's a bit harder because PlatinumNet isn't open at all times, because actual op scenario.
Oh yeah, you'll have 1-1 and 1-2 yabbering on.
I will have much more gibber on PlatinumNet that I don't care about. So it's not the best comparison, but I think on that level it was pretty good. As in, I don't mind that level of comms, so it was good.
Cool.
I think we didn't have too much shit there, did we?
No, it was good.
For I say on my left ear, which is my section net, was nice and clear. I was only sort of hearing the contact calls and the really important stuff. So I would say keep it up, but because of time, the plan for what we're going to move on to next after this bit of debrief is sort of CQBE. So that will just be a low radio, intense environment, anyways. So if we have time at the end, we'll do section attacks, and that'll be a lot more radio intense.
So I think a fucking good thing we could start doing, I don't know if we do it usually, is the fucking IC goes away, makes his plan, and then briefs that down within the set. Because a lot of the time, so like fucking, even before we got on the ground, he tells us, right, this is our battle axis, this is left of arc, this is right of arc, just for target indication purposes. It's a lot easier, I think, to call it out. Then
I get what you're saying there, Jabbo. And sorry to cut you off, but it's annoying because I agree with you, and that's the way it should be. And we've done a second attack before a little while ago where that was the way it was, and it went perfectly. However, we just haven't got the time in ops and in campaign to do that.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, fair enough.
Everything's so fast paced, and obviously we've only got use for a few hours. So spending fucking 5 minutes while the IC makes his plan, or the section commander makes his plan, and then calling the 2 IC and briefing him, it's just not going to work that way.
If we had 3 hours on Sunday, 3 hours on Thursdays, 4 hours on Sundays, we'd probably be doing it. But although I think also the unit subscribed to philosophy of no plan survives first contact with the enemy.
I know that's Jobbo, you'll understand it yourself, and I know that's a load of fucking shit as long as the folks know what they're doing. But like I said, it's just you haven't got the time. It kicks off, and the attacks aren't always black and white. You know what I mean? You could say this is our axis, this is what we're moving on. If we take contact from this direction, whatever, but we never normally do. It makes things a little bit difficult for the section commander to pull himself back into cover and come up with his plan. The little condor moment and shit like that.
Yeah.
You haven't got the time for it.
We could, I don't know if, because obviously we've got fucking radios that we can all just use all the time and it doesn't matter. Could do where the IC fucking briefs the full section, right, we're doing left flanking, fucking Charlie fire team, switch fire signal, signal for rapids this, switch fire signals this, check fire signals this, or whatever. I don't know what you're thinking.
There's another one for the pace plan as well. You can't set one of those in place just with a wrap. I think one of the main things to remember, Job, is it's fine for us to say that. That's something that's ingrained into. That's something that we can. We're going to go to straight away, but you need to take yourself away from that a little bit and realise that. No offence to the rest of yous, but they're all fucking civvies. Do you know what I mean?
Essentially.
Yeah. We don't know what we're doing.
Pace plans and shit like that, and like how are you going to identify that I've started to clear that position? Is just not something that you can really implement with people who've never been taught it before.
It's also quite hard in armor.
we done that section attack a while ago, Mark, didn't we? Where I gave you a pace plan. This is what's going to happen when I assault that position. This is what I'm going to either get you over the radio. That's the primary. If I can't get you on that, I'm going to pop some smoke. If you can't get you on that, just look out for the fucking grenade. You know, but we've done it before. It's just not something we can do consistently because of time. Like now, we've just spent 4 minutes explaining pace plans.
Yeah, I also, I mean, Rossi, you'll attest to this, as you've sort of said in the past. Armor is very different to doing things like in real life.
Completely different. Completely.
Yeah,
different.
it's surprisingly like it's both restrictive and not. It's weird.
I was a fucking acting section commander, right? And this is harder than doing it in reality because of the lack of awareness that you've got.
Yeah.
The lack of, do you know, in reality you could just shout over and you can continue to shout. You lose all that in this game because if you're not close to someone, they're not going to hear you. Doesn't matter how loud you shout. You just lose all awareness. In like, obviously in reality you would love to be able to pull back and go through things properly and win the firefight, but AI doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've not got much experience with armor, so that's something I'll have to learn about because obviously I've never done anything like this.
You'll see it in the next campaign, Jovo.
Yeah, sound.
You'll see it. Just doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, but really quickly before we move on to the next bit, because the next bit is something that I have to do. I have been forced to do by Platoon. I don't want to do it, but I've been forced to. Mac, Rossi, and Sunny, based on what I told you, did you notice anything good or bad that the lads were doing? Try not to give away what you were doing.
Yes.
Good. To be fair, a yes is if you notice something good or if you notice something bad, that's all I want to know. We can discuss it sort of in proper debrief.
Yeah, I've got notes.
Because I just want you to keep doing it for the next exercise, but I've got to yap a bit even more. I'm sorry, I don't actually want to, but I do. So, cool. I will teleport us. I'm annoyed. I really don't want to do this shit, but I have to. I'm so bad. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that.
All right. So, we are currently in grid. Oh my god! I need to put my fucking earplugs back in. All I'm hearing is crickets or cicadas. It's because of these trees on Altus. They're really bad. So we are currently. I'll stick a little dot where we are.
Grid 1, 2, 2, 1.
Hopefully you can all see that. So, I've got to get a document up really quickly. 1 second. As I say, I've been told to train this. I've not chosen to train this, so bear with. This is Mout. M-O-U-T. Does anyone know what Mout stands for?
American, isn't it?
Maybe. This is a spitalism, so it's probably come from some booklet that they give the reserves. It stands for Moving Over Urban Terrain. Now, I don't know why I've been told to train this, because this is a platoon level thing, and I'm told to do it in a section training, but whatever, who cares? So, for sake of argument, actually this is quite useful. I've put us next to the right road. This road, I will draw a lovely line on the map.
That road, yeah, it is.
This is our MSR. Blue is maybe not a great colour, I'm realising. I'll do red. Red should show up. So this is our MSR, main supply route, road, whatever you want to call it. This is a not friendly controlled town. And we want to move from where we are at the 1-3 marker to, in essence, the finish marker up here. So we can carry on and go on to the next town, or whatever. So, because this is enemy, and we need to clear this.
Oh, no side.
Fucking hell.
No side. where I'm waiting for Sif. I'm waiting for Sif to say it. So I'm actually going to quickly grab some markers because I say we'd probably do this as a platoon, not as a section, which is why I don't know why we're fucking training it. But alas. So let me just get a 1-1 marker, a 1-2 marker, and a 1-3 marker. So we are this central element here. We're going to have 1-2 on our left and 1-1 over here on our right. So what happens? 1-2, for example, they will push forward like this. Probably, more sensibly, they'd push through these buildings. They would then get to a position, probably here. They'd move back to the road, and they then set up facing along the MSR. They'd get set up on this corner. They'd have some people, looking north up this road, some people keeping an eye through these buildings, maybe one person looking back, but then most looking forward up this road. 1-1 would do the same. They would move up through these buildings, then back across and in, doing the same thing as 1-2. Understood so far? That's what we call phase 1. They'll do this simultaneously. They'll move forward, clearing as they go, and then get set up on the road. Phase 2. We, 1-3, now push through what is hopefully cleared territory. So we move up in line, get set up, and we've covered this block of the town. What normally happens now is one of the sections will be swapped. So 1-2 will then become the central element, will take their place. You'll then repeat. So we will then move through to the next sort of crossroads, move along, and then get set up. 1-1 will have a much easier time. They'll do the same. And then 1-2, probably with platoon command as well, will then push up the middle. Then, again, knowing the platoon, that will happen. 1-1 and 1-2 will swap. And then again, you'll push up through the buildings. You'll get to the next bit of road. You'll push down. We'll probably push up this bit of road here. Then we'll move across. Blah, 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 blah. Is this making sense so far?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't want to be a wolf here, and it makes perfect sense. It is sound. But when the fuck do we ever actually do
Never.
this?
We don't do enough ops.
There's new lads here, but not to be one of those people, but just why are they telling? Oh, it doesn't matter.
We mostly do something called route, which is rapid movement over urban terrain, which is so much better. However, no, denied. I have to train this.
Is that where the section holds an intersection? And they
yes. You pretty much move along an MSR in a staggered column. When you get to an intersection, the section at the front holds, secures it, then everyone moves through, that section tacks on at the rear. It's so much nicer. This is for medium intensity towns, so where we know there are enemies. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Piss. Yes, this is platoon, but we're going to do it anyways. Split yourselves up into 2 groups of 3 and a group of 4. Rossi in one group, Paul in another, Mac in the third. Sonny probably with Mac. How many recruits do we have? 1, 2. So we'll have...
Charlie's 1 and then Delta splits into 2.
Go with your buddies, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, actually. Yeah, we'll do that. So, Charlie, stick with Paul. Charlie will be Charlie. Delta will have Mac, Hutt, and Crawford. Oh, no, sorry, we'll have Mac, Phoenix, and Crawford. And then we'll have Rossi, Hutt, and Jobbo. That should be all right, I think.
You think that's racist, do you?
Actually, we'll have Crawford swap with Hut so that we've got a slightly more even distribution of recruits.
Okay, who was Hut with Ross?
Yeah, Hut's with Rossi. So if you just want to quickly stand in your group so I can see who's with who. So yeah, Hut, you're with them.
Get over here, boy.
Yeah, sorry.
Over
there, Hut.
Right.
Okay.
These fucking...
So,
we haven't got...
for the purpose of this thing, I'm going to do this. We're going to do a really quick run through without clearing buildings, and then if it goes well, we'll reset. We'll go back the other way, and I'll put some enemies down so you can shoot some shit. Paul, because you used to be them. You are 1-1 for the purposes of tonight.
Jesus Christ.
Mac, you are 1-2.
Hold it.
Rossi, you are 1-3.
1-3 radio check.
Good check.
Get fucked.
Cool. So, I am going to move the markers.
Boys, we'll go over this way.
Can we get a micro daggers back on that?
No.
You don't need them.
No.
No. You can use, just for navigation, one of the square brackets will get you a little GPS, and that will just show you where you are on the map. I'm going to keep your micro... To be fair, I've also been told by Platoon that none of you are supposed to have micro daggers, so...
Should do that
today.
Sorry, mate.
So, 1-3 if you want to head to your marker, 1-2 if you want to head to your marker, 1-1 you're already on your marker.
Alright, chaps, set up. Staggered.
I will be watching in Zeus. I will, just for the purpose of practice, I will say phase 1 go and then phase 2 go. When you meet up, I'll then tell you which sections are going to swap, and then it'll be phase 1 go, phase 2 go, and you do the thing. Remember, phase 1 is the outer sections. Push forward, clearing through the buildings or along the road or whatever. Once you get to the sort of the next like perpendicular road, that means at a right angle, you then push in, get set up, look to facing the direction of travel, maybe get some people covering all arcs, a mini ARD. Phase 2 is in the central section. They push forward, meet up, set up in line, a little swap goes on, and you repeat. So, I am going to get myself sat in Zeus, and then I'll radio on Platoon, and I'll tell which sections to move.
Once we get set up, once we push down here.
Alright, this is 1-0, 1-3 and 1-2, step off phase 1, move now. Out.
One through Charlie, moving now. Out.
One thing I will just say quickly, obviously there's no enemies in this time around. Don't just go straight up the road. Try and have a clear through back alleys and maybe a peek into some buildings, just because you're making sure that the central element, which will contain platoon command and maybe, you know, FSG or whatever, are going to be safe as they move. In this city, it's a bit more difficult because it's sort of nicely segmented into blocks. Imagine we're in a slightly more unnatural city. I just couldn't be asked to, like, find one.
Yeah, well, this one's a bit more obvious, but in a more complicated scenario, we're going to have phase lines set and all, so we're just going to move according to phase lines.
Yeah, most of the time you'll just be, you'll be phase lining it or sectoring it. Like, we don't do this shit. Mac, you've gone a street too far, but it's all Gucci. Don't worry about it.
Oh, my bad. Do you want us to run back?
Yeah, just because there's no enemies, yeah, quickly dash back. To be fair, even in a regular op, if you've gone a street too far, you've still cleared through what other people are moving through, and if they want you to come back, you'll be moving through cleared terrain. So, all right, 1-3 and 1-2 are holding on the road. 1-1 push off, commencing phase 2. Out. This is sexy though. Hi Spittle, I'm in Zeus. I don't know if you're talking to me.
Talking to you.
Oh, I should have spawned a Landy.
That's right. Mate was injured.
Hello, 1, 2,
just one
this
question.
is
As
1,
continue with movement guys
3,
there.
message
For
over.
this side team, however, what were they doing holding there?
1, 2, send message over.
Waiting. They probably should have been pulling security, but...
Take up the rear of the platoon movement through the centre of the town if you want to follow on from this section.
It's like,
Is that
again,
okay
if
with you?
you're in a patrol of the platoon and you've called someone's called platoon hold.
A
You're
firm.
there for 30 seconds. What do you normally do? You go belt buckle, don't you?
Yeah. That wasn't supposed to say that,
Same
was it?
principle applies in CQB.
1, 3.
They were sitting there just in the open. Anything comes down that road, they're
1,
in
1,
open
set.
cover. The quick, pull for example could have moved a meter and been behind that wall. Job done. The guy up front, Sunny, was not ideal. He could have pushed himself up to that little corner there and just stuck himself behind that in prone. If he had to be on that road, again, if he had to be on that road, again, just those things of just pushing the cover naturally. They should do that. So that's the thing to filter back onto them. They need to have that initial, that basic soldiering instinct to go, right, it's been 30 seconds, I'm going to move to cover.
Yeah, I think to be fair, they probably weren't doing it because I'd explicitly told them this was the dry, no contact run through. So,
well, in that case, then you punish them.
Yeah.
Because you say, oh, it's going to be a dry contact, and then you shoot one of them. It's like, well, oh, you didn't. They go, oh, you said it was dry. It's like, well, we were told that there's only civilians in this town. No, it's not. Things change in the battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep them on their toes, basically. Otherwise, what I heard earlier as well, when you were doing your section stuff, that was very good.
Oh, I didn't realize you were spying. Yeah.
The problem is, what are we trying to do? Are we clearing the buildings, or we're not clearing the buildings? Or we're fucking just moving down the roads? Are we in a fucking environment where we're expecting fucking contact from fucking the side from one lone bloke with a fucking rag on top of his head?
There's the bush. There is that.
Flinders, sorry bud, this doesn't make sense.
I know, but I can wait. Where's fucking section chat? I'll send you the document that I am training from. Like, you will see.
I'm not expecting this to be a you issue. I'm just saying this whole fucking this swapping around. Why are you making things fucking complicated? We had it set down.
Because
if we're moving down a road, we're moving down a fucking road, right? We've cleared this junction. This junction is safe. It makes sense for whoever's pushing through the center to push through the center, and then we'll tag on the rear. And then
that's
on the next junction.
That's route. I'm teaching you mount, which is it's like route's less cool cousin.
Stupid is what it is.
Yeah, route is used when you just want to pretty much want to get from A to B in as quick time as possible, and you're pretty sure there's not going to be that much contact. Mount is used
until we get contacted. Then that's what we do.
Yeah. It's only because this is a dry run. If this was live fire, there would be a lot more enemies and you'd sort of have to take it slower. Mount is used when you're trying to get from A to B and you don't care about how fast you do it because there's probably going to be enemies and you can't just push straight up the road. That's why you move the two sections sort of around the sides first, clearing, and then back in, and then the section goes to the middle. Then the section's out the side, clearing, and then back into the middle. Route is you move up to the intersection, you clear the intersection, you move up to the intersection, you clear, you move up, you clear. Like, it's so much better, it's so much nicer, and makes so much more sense.
Through the town, then just set us up, set phase lines, set fucking no firing lines, and let us just move through the town. This is stupid. This is ridiculous. This is American, and it's not something we'd ever do.
I agree.
This is American.
Like, I'll do it because, but because you're telling me to do it, Flinders. I just want you to know that this is fucking stupid and confusing, and all this is doing, and I know it's not you, Flinders, but all this is doing is just going to confuse myself, Pool, you. It's going to confuse all the fucking blokes. No one's going to know what's going on, and we're doing some fucking crazy shit, setting blokes up on a crossroads, which, by the way, is a fucking IDF fucking dream.
Who the fuck is this?
It's probably Spittle come to tell us off.
No, he's just been here and he said that we're doing all right. He was complaining that Paul and you lot were just sat there rather than like pulling security or lying belt buckles. And I was like, I told them there was gonna be no contact. It's like, oh yeah, so shoot them. Like, no.
Yeah, Flynn's, I sent you some. I don't know if you could fucking send that up. That would help with this.
I'll definitely bring it up. I'm going to bring this up in debrief, mainly because I don't see the point of training a platoon level thing at section level. Basically, okay, I'll get rid of my markers. I'll show you what we'd be doing at section level, right? If we were say 1-3, we were on the south. Wait, I deleted the fucking 1-3 marker. What's wrong with me?
You know how much of a shit show that was with just a section? Imagine that platoon size.
Oh, yeah, we can't do anything platoon size normally, so.
The fuck, like, why don't you just stay on your fucking section that you're clearing instead of...
The idea of swapping around is to have everyone have enough fun.
It's so, yeah, because what inevitably happens, and it happened in 1-3 before all of you joined, and it was such a pain in the ass to deal with as 2IC, was, 1-3, you get one night where we're not included for any assaults for any reason, and you sit in debrief, and every single person says the exact same thing, which was, shit was boring, we did nothing. And then you have to go up to platoon and say, we did nothing. And they go, actually, you did a lot. You were just always like tier 1. No. And it's like, pisses me off.
They just say, right.
Oh, yeah, that was the coin up that I yelled at McCarthy.
Fucking 3 sections assaulting, 1 section fire support, 2
yeah,
section reserve. And then
but
swap it
yeah, that's the thing. When we're doing assaults, if sections are sort of all at similar strengths and all alive when they come to the assaults, every subsequent assault will be a different section being the lead assaulting different section SBFing. In this situation, you can't really nicely do that, but you sort of have to prevent people from getting pissy. So that's why when the sections sort of meet back up in like at the crossroads, once you've pushed through, you've finished, phase 1 and phase 2, they'll normally take the section that was in the middle, they'll send them back out to clear around the edge.
Honest to God, man.
Let's not worry about it. And they'll leave a different section in the middle, because if you think about it, in a live fire situation, it's the sections moving around the outside, they'll get all the contact, because they're clearing through, making sure it is safe for the middle element to push through. If you're the middle element, all you're doing is holding on some crossroads, waiting to hear from platoon that you can push up. You are then pushing to the next crossroads and then sitting still and waiting for it to happen. That's why it gets swapped around. Open up.
What's the point in us coming back in then? If that's the way we're going to do it, why not just keep moving through these outer buildings and going down the alleys and making sure it's clear, and then.
I'm mad.
Why don't you just do multiple?
Because it's so it.
In the middle, and then you could have 2 sections like orbiting them round the fucking side.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We push. What the fuck are they doing?
I don't know. We've got 3.
They're somehow arrested. Everyone just gather around because.
Lads, you're just fucking taking the piss.
Yes, this is stressful for me. I am quickly before I show you what this would look like from just a purely section level perspective. I'm going to read to you verbatim what I have in my document. So, mount is the fast movement through a town using broken down elements of a formation to provide blah, 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 to provide mutual support for one another, utilizing communication. Okay, that bit doesn't matter. This enables movement over a medium intensity environment with a degree of mobility to a final destination and can be turned into a town assault relatively easily. Think advance to contact. Flanking elements are to move in cover away from the road before coming back to secure and relieve the center element from its duty. The center can then move up and redeploy. So phase 1, while the central element is providing cover along the road, the other 2 are maneuvering through back alleys, essentially in cover and clearing the vicinity until they rejoin the road where they will take over the security. Phase 2, with the front secured, the central element is free to move up in line with the rest of the platoon. That is all my document says about this shit, by the way. So...
I'm going to join these fucking retards.
Flinders, do you want to send them what I fucking... That's for
jump together, boys.
I'll send it in debrief, don't worry, because...
Lower intensity, just do multiple patrolling, where you have, you've got one section of something fucking in the middle, and then the other two are fucking orbiting
Orbital one free.
around the outside in case they get contacted. So if the main section gets contacted, two of the fucking other multiples can fucking help them out.
Yeah.
That's if you're just patrolling up a street, or where it's like medium low intensity. If you're clearing the actual town, then you do on that fucking thing I sent you. You just follow that. But that's more commander shit anyway.
Just chill.
In section general, I've put the screenshot from my document. That is supposedly what it looks like. I'll show you on the map what a section would do. So we're 1-3, right? You know, actually, I'm going to get 2 markers. 1-3 Charlie and 1-3 Delta. Right? So we have our 2 fire teams here. Lovely. And we've got a friendly section holding on the MSR. 1-3 Delta will push up. They will clear. Where's my green? They will clear this compound and this compound. Then they'll get set up there. Charlie will push up. They will clear this shit. You know, they'll clear all of this. Make sure there are no enemies in it. And they'll get set up on the road. You'll then move. So you'll have eyes mostly this way, and maybe one person just looking back like that. The friendly section will then push up and they'll set up in this central crossroads. They'll set up there. Then you go again. Delta will push up, they'll clear through here. Charlie will move, they'll push up, they'll clear through this shit. And then you do the same. You push back. Then we move again. Delta clearing through this and this. Charlie probably just clearing through that and that. And you hold again, and then you push forward once more. Delta clearing through all of this. Charlie gets this. You leave people, you secure, you wait for the section in the middle to push up.
Alright, makes sense.
That makes more sense. Why does that make so much more sense than... Is that the same thing we was doing before?
Yes.
What's the deal with all this swapping about?
Because that is what Platoon will do.
Okay.
Platoon will do that because with that in mind, this middle element, the only thing gameplay-wise they will do
is walking
through the middle.
All they will do, they will walk from here to that crossroads up there. Then they will stop.
Debrief. Given this is
they will just complain.
And we take an entire night to clear this, and the middle element will just walk through this road for 2 hours straight. And guess what the people will say in debrief?
Oh, shit, yeah. Can we go shoot something?
Oh no, it was boring.
Yes. We'll run and do some shit first. I will just...
That makes more sense.
So what you will actually see at Platoon, I'll keep the same markers. So 1-2, they will do what 1-3 did up until this point. They will clear through this sector, then they will set up. 1-1 will do the same. They will clear through, I will get my green out. They will clear through all of this, and they'll get set up. Once all of that is clear, and these two are holding security, fucking in the direction of travel, what's that, northwest, northeast, 1-3 will then move forward. Because as Paul says, all 1-3 will have been doing is moving. What they'll probably do is they will make 1-1 this central element and make 1-3 this northern element. 1-3 will then push through, clear all this shit. 1-2 will push through, clear all this shit. Once they hold, 1-1 will push through. Now, because, 1-1 don't want to keep being in the middle, they'll swap them out and it'll be 1-1 pushing through the south side, 1-3 pushing through the north side, clearing all this shit. Once it's all sorted, 1-2 push up the middle. Then they'll swap them again. 1-3 will be in the middle again because it's our turn. 1-2 will go to the north. They'll push through. 1-1 will push through. All this shit will get cleared. Once it's done, 1-3 will then move forward to the end.
Just an arm reason.
Bro, that makes a lot more sense the way you've explained it now. That the fact that we're swapping over is just so people don't get bored. Because
right. Makes sense.
Makes a lot more sense.
Let's fucking go do it. Put some enemies down. Let's get through it. Let's do some CQB. We've got 15 minutes.
Dead?
Let's just fucking get.
I'll get yours, Zuciel, in a sec.
Someone just put them down. Let's just get amongst it.
So,
I'll kill you or heal you.
We'll keep the MSR as it is.
No.
Oh, hello, McCarthy. I will drop down. I'll drop a line down the MSR so that you can see what it is again. You will be in the same sections as we said previously. You will be swapping. You will be swapping. I will be on Platoonet. I will designate some LOAs, so hopefully there won't be any enemies outside of those. And yeah, go to your start points. Go to your fucking markers on the map. We will be clearing through this. You will be having to clear through buildings. If you clear a building, inside chat, mark it with a green dot. Alright?
Roger.
Cool. Fucking hell, I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
It sounds like all of you have tonight. This is really fun. I picked the right night to be in fucking FSG, didn't I?
How much of like the conversation did you hear?
I just heard you having an aneurysm and I thought it was quite funny.
Cool.
It was me. You don't have the other one. No. Mm-mm.
He's still got the other one in his inventory, surely.
You don't have any of them left in a minute.
He's trying to kill himself by jumping now.
Down and some shooting.
Go fucking, if you want to shoot shit, go to your fucking markers.
Right, so what's happening?
McCarthy, I'm going to spawn a landy. I assume you got Zeus, teleport yourself to it.
We are all one.
Because I'm going to be spawning some people down. I just need to find where the landy is.
With me.
That's aircraft.
Yeah, the same thing as we were before. So Rossi is 1-3, maximum 2 people, and Charlie's with me on 1.
Just think, mate, this is the only thing I look forward to. Yeah, I could tell you're quite pissed by Thomas to get my fucking regimental berry off my head. He's a fucking shit. Like,
Bro, get away. Oh, do you want a Zeus heal? Now go. Double time.
We're only clearing, only take contact from.
Yeah, because of time, yeah. Only clear buildings to take contact from. I've designated, I'm going to move this southern LOA. I'm going to be, you know, there's only 3 of you in each section, you know.
I'm missing Crow, where is he?
I'm coming.
He's sprinting.
The issues, what's been the good things?
Teleport to Landy so I can spawn enemies and we won't be shot.
Weapons raids go through slowly or what?
Speedy bitches.
I reckon you want to go semi-raise because you are expecting a degree of contact.
Oh wait, you're middle.
So that you're still going fast, but...
I'm just going to move the Landy. I can't.
Hello.
Hello. No, I mean, it's been sort of alright, mostly, until we started doing, like, mount.
Half them do. Are they doing it again?
This is the live fire run.
Okay. Me and use this in it, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Let's be really harsh.
Yeah. The problem is, to be fair, where the markers are, they're set up quite close, so I've got to spawn enemies a bit further down.
I want to assess Pull's ability because I have an idea I want to put the HQ and I need him to be very, very good at his job to get this passed. I want 2 platoons, okay? Between me and you, because me and you get along quite well, I want 2 platoons quite badly.
Why did the AI garrison over there?
Air, do it.
Ugh. Oh, it's because I had it on.
Using lamps.
Charlie message you.
No, just default. 100.3. 107 message over.
Let me do the platoon comms because they'll listen to you and be like, you know,
Job
if I do it, then
is unable to get his weapon system out. Could you kill him and teleport him to us, please? Well, not.
1-0. Confirm the individual you need dead. Over.
1-3 Charlie. Recruit Jobbo. Over.
1-0. Affirm. Right.
Hello, 1-0 on Charlie. Are we good to go now?
Hold on 1 second. Is that fucking lightning?
Yeah.
0-1-3 Charlie. Dramatic. Over.
Jobbo, respawn for me, please.
Yeah, go. Start clearing.
Have they been rearmed yet?
They should be fine. They haven't done a lot of like shooting.
What's it, Charlie? It's 1-0. He's been brought back to you. If he needs gear, let me know. I can spawn a box. Out.
013 Charlie. The issue is he can't get his rifle out. Over.
Ready. Awaiting orders. Waiting. Ready for orders. Ready. Waiting. Ready. Waiting. Waiting. Ready.
Being the FSG over.
AI.
By the way, you're on an absolute gold mine with Crawford, by the way. That cut is fucking awesome.
I know he's great.
Although, go you through here and check, are they
free
not
and
clearing
go
buildings
gear
they
one.
should be clearing, and then using the AI. So, think about what's their line of advance here.
Because it's quite small, the limit advance is literally just like the next street either side. But I've seen the AI they've been annoying in garrison, so I might just delete them because I garrisoned it at like 100 meters by accident.
1-1. This is 1-3. Message over. 1-1.
Are they in two
1-3.
sections?
3 sections.
My right. Is that right? Over.
Yeah, the way that I wanted to do it is as if we would do it at platoon level, with the 2 sections moving out the outside and then in, and then the section moving down the middle.
Right.
Just because I don't see how this could be done like at a section level.
I'm going to tell us away, me and you're not going to focus on this from... Actually, no, we will. Right. So let's talk down from where we are at the moment.
Yeah.
So your Delta fire team is on the left side of the road and your Charlie fire team is on the right. So Charlie push in and they clear those 4 buildings on the right. See that little block? They clear that. With the Delta fire team provide insulated fire from the left. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Once that's completed,
1-1.
Charlie then switch and provide fire left and cut off.
1-3. Be advised. Once
Basically
you
that one building, see that one square building?
area, brick.
Yes.
Size of hut, etc.
Carrying on.
They would provide cut off from there and provide SBS.
Probably about
And their Delta fire team would push in and clear out a section. Now they've formed up a little line. See that little line they formed?
Oh, so it's like a section fucking leapfrog.
Exactly. That is what might is essentially as a section. That's what you need to be doing. And you should do this
1-3.
just like inherently. So
Charlie, Sarah Baba.
take an opportunity and make sure this is given to your lads because that is how this is supposed to work. I think you may have got the wrong idea.
Cool.
Platoon might is between us, but this is like when it's section training, you train section stuff, not
1-2. This is 1-3. Radio check.
We would train this as a whole platoon if we wanted to do platoon might. You know what I mean?
3. This is 1-2. Good check.
Yeah.
1-3. Set rep over.
Fuck it.
We are just approaching the intersection now. Going to be ready to set up.
Churchill 1.
Churchill 1. It's 1-0. Kazam over.
Kazam boys.
Green.
Hello, 1-0, Charlie, Kazam over.
Grab that, please.
Jobo green.
1-0 Bravo, send Kazam over.
1-1 Charlie, as follows: section amber green with 1 times tier 1 and 1 times tier 3 at this time. Over.
10 Bravo. A firm. Out.
Tier 1.
It might be hut. I'm having a look. No? Oh no, he's not in their section. No, they're fine. They're all up. What? I'm confused.
Inform them that Kazam's
We
in
are
the way.
currently red-green sharpshooter ammo, 2 times 18.
10 Bravo. A firm. Out to you. 1-1. This is 10 Bravo. Who is your tier 1? Over.
Also, Philthorpe just gave the wrong Kazam.
Did he?
1-1 Crow.
He's green,
I
red.
believe he has gone tier 4 now. Oh.
Oh, it was Crow. Oh, I forgot they're big. Ah, yes. 10 Bravo. A firm. Out. Oh, so he said red on ammo.
1-2.
Rossi is 1-3. Max 1-2.
Message over.
1-0 sent over.
1-3. I've got eyes on 1-2 on my left and 1-1 on my right. I'm going to begin my push down the centre of this road. Over.
1-0, a firm. Additionally, I want to correct you on this as it's a training. You are green, red. Remember, it's casualty first, so your casualty status and then your ammo status. Over.
1-3. Of course it is. My apologies. Moving up.
Lads, begin movement. Stagger column down the road.
Yeah.
He's out. Been for a long time.
Yeah, I want to try and suggest a split on the 2 platoons quite badly, but yeah.
If the attendance stays as it is, which knowing this unit it won't, it's needed.
You want to grab that?
Approaching the
Yeah.
junction.
10 Bravo. Send message over.
1-0, we are set on our marker, awaiting the other sections to arrive on theirs. Over.
10 Bravo. A firm. Out.
All call signs. This is 1-3. We are now setting up on marker. Over.
1-0, roger right.
Remember, if he all call signs, it's us on us. It's on us.
Oh, yeah.
Message.
A firm.
So, now they're all set. What's your next move?
If this was a proper platoon, I'd probably swap some sections over, but it's not, so I'm gonna tell them to, keep pushing forward. I'll probably tell, the one quote unquote 1-2.
0-1-3 message over.
I'll grab that. 10 Bravo. Send message over.
1-3. Do you want us to swap with 1-1 or 1-2? Over.
High spell.
10 Bravo. Wet 1. Out. So yeah, because I was told that I was doing this wrong. It'll probably be push 1-2 up to the next road, and then they hold, and then push 1-1 up, and then they hold, and then the middle can go. So it's like a proper leapfrog.
No, I would move both.
Both at the same time.
At the same time.
Oh,
yeah.
so I was doing it right. Okay.
No, you're not doing it wrong. What I meant wrong by is you should be doing a section instead of splitting your section into three sections. You should have Delta and Charlie. That's what I meant.
Oh, so that no middle element.
No, you don't have really a middle element when you're doing section, mate.
Okay.
You would cover the road.
You're
you
basically
cover the road.
talking in terms of buddy teams. See, if you're with a Charlie fire team, you're moving your 2 fire teams on opposite side of the roads. Keeping personal control of your fire team, you are constantly moving pieces of buddy teams up. So you go your first element to meet a corner of a building, and then there's an open ground after it. They'll go firm. They'll check. They go right. That's clear. Move up. Then the other buddy team will move past or move behind according to which way is the best for cover and concealment. They'll then push over to the next building, hold, and then the other team will move up behind. So it's basically leapfrogging inside the town with
Section
the section.
form back up on the crossroads as a section now.
Want to demo it? Let's get out of the vehicle.
So I feel like the section will know what they're doing.
Delta on the left. Delta on the left.
Yeah.
You've got markers.
Just make sure you cover high.
Charlie on the right. On
I
marker.
will. I've had them split up.
Most of your board, by the way.
Yes.
Contact east.
Copy. Right, on me.
I'm not sure that was random or anything, but 1-3 in contact way out.
Basically, you're doing a leapfrog. There's no central element. Just both of you move up as you were, and then keep going.
So basically, no, McCarthy. Come on,
Leapfrog through on section now.
behind
Alright.
you, then you're moving in a CCB
Alright, Rusty, form up. I'm gonna
behind.
do a quick one just to have some practice in it.
Yeah, we're going this way. Flinders, you two.
Okay.
One mate, just swapping weapons with Crawford
So,
because
yeah,
it doesn't work.
we're advancing forward. I'm a first element. I go firm. I take a knee. I'm now looking. You guys then behind me just simply form up in best cover. You again form it.
1013 Charlie, contact reporter.
And as the IC, then I.
Where one?
And Sorry, just take that for me. You're my point man. There we go. It's easier to explain now.
Gimpy point man.
Of my fire team. I'm controlling him. He's my buddy. You're my second buddy team. I go right.
Alright, session gonna begin leapfrogging through. Charlie's gonna be up. Delta's gonna hold.
Okay.
Charlie up. Delta face east in case of contact. Weapons semi-raised.
Delta face east. Just stick on watch and shoot for now, Delta.
Clear.
Move.
Charlie double time through to the wall.
And then we reform with you.
Delta 1-3 stop.
Okay. I get this now.
Engage
then
buildings
you
that you took
go
contact
right.
from.
Charlie
As
set,
I see
Delta
you, right,
approach.
go to this building there.
Delta move.
Now, after a certain point, you
Hey,
get
Rossi, be
a
advised we
rhythm
really start
basically,
taking
and
contact
your
from
buddy
the
can
east,
just
so
move
once you start
automatically
heading
because you know
through
you're
that open
going from A to
space, you
B.
might get some
And
short
they'll
shots.
just naturally move.
Roger.
So you just go move, 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 and it just goes flawlessly. It works really well.
Yeah.
Also
yeah.
works really- For example, if I find a place.
Left hand side of Delta,
Say, for
go
example, you
for
just
now,
keep
wait
contact
for
on
the
that
right
building
hand side to
behind us
close
there.
up.
Yep.
Right,
Move
keep
around
moving
it,
a little bit
you do
further
the same
forward.
technique, kind of
Remember, it's a
peeling,
leapfrog.
essentially, behind buildings. So again, one team
Zero,
to
one,
always
three, Charlie,
have fire
contact
on these
reporter.
guys, or at least watching
Contact
their
the right hand side of
direction
Charlie.
while you start to outmaneuver them. Again, it's just a constant like peel
Right,
or
Delta, go
leapfrog
firm there.
kind of mentality
Get eyes
with
out into
policemen.
those windows.
And obviously, you guys, because it's a very rapid movement when you get it right, you guys are going to feel very military, they're going to feel very tactical, and they're going to feel just infused by it on the basic level. So they'll feel tactical, and it'll feel good. Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Yeah. I know what this is. It was calling it mount threw me off because in my head this just isn't mount.
Fucking wall has got around it.
This is just like mount is like in my head it's a specific like platoon maneuver.
Right. Yeah.
This is like distinctly different and not that.
So, right. Ah. Okay.
I would argue that this is actually more route, like section level route.
During the mount drill, this is how your section should be moving forward, basically.
Charlie, you're gonna have contact in the
Again,
two-story
everything else is just a
building
bigger
at
version,
your
so the
northeast.
platoon mount is essentially a bigger
we're
version
pushing
of
through
this
one by one.
technique. Only you replace sections with buddy teams.
Okay. Yeah, understood.
But this should be how every section moves in CQB regardless.
Yeah, I get that. I understand.
Mark, overtake that position that you're on and just look down the road.
They're not finishing this. I'm just gonna get them back and.
I'll go wrap up 1-1.
Yeah.
Delta, we are gonna be set within 15 Sierras.
No, you're not. Enemies have been deleted. I'm gonna teleport you back. I've got some yapping to do, and then you can end X because it's already past 10.
Delta, bum rush.
Bum rush.
All right, lads. Ceasefire.
Hold your fire.
Oh, there's the grenade.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, sorry. Remind them.
All right, cool. I was half doing it wrong, but half not. basically, I wasted your time. Hey, that's uncalled for.
We want you guys to understand how to do it
I
at
did.
section level.
I don't
Yeah.
want you to have.
So, as I sort of did explain earlier.
See him? No? Hello?
No, you're good now.
Yeah, what? Hello. As I sort of explained before, at the section level, you're obviously moving, you know, if you're one of the side elements, you're moving around the side, clearing through. What you'll be doing is you'll be leapfrogging. I see Rossi hiding. You'll be in your buddy teams as, you know, Charlie and Delta. So, again, I'm going to use my Charlie and Delta markers on the map. So, the way this will work is you will be leapfrogging through this individually in the fire teams, in your buddies, pushing up, making sure things are clear. So the way that I had it sort of explained, obviously you know how to do a fucking leapfrog in your platoon, but in your section. Gather around, come children. So, McCarthy and I can, and one more volunteer. We'll have Paul. Where's Paul?
We should probably have pull on Rossi.
Oh yeah, Rossi, come over here.
I'm here.
Rossi. Okay.
I'll take point.
So, we'll have two buddies. We'll have McCarthy and Paul and myself and Rossi. We'll just set up in best cover, in essence, in a herringbone, imagining we're one fire team on this wall. So we're set up in the herringbone. McCarthy is point man. He's looking down the road. He is going to give us a shout that it is clear and that it's good to move up.
Yeah, real clear.
All right. So what Rossi and I are going to do is we're going to come round. We're then going to double time sprint, which you have to do in a fucking leapfrog. We're going to move to the next sort of best cover, or wherever was designated by your IC or your point man, whoever it is. We're going to set up here, get best cover, and then I am going to look down the road, make sure it's clear. Then I'm going to call up and say, McCarthy, Paul, push up to that next building. Then they're going to leapfrog us, just like you all know how to do. You know what I mean. Then they'll go, to the next building, to the next best bit of cover. And then they, over radio or shouting, they will go and give me and Rossi the go-ahead to then push forward to the next available position. If that's where, platoon think we're going to be stopping. So if we get to the MSR, this road here that I've scribbled over, then we'll sort of close back in, blah, 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 hold for the rest of the platoon. That is what we're supposed to be doing. Make sense?
Yes. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Paul, McCarthy, you can close back in. McCarthy, have I missed anything? Does anyone have any questions?
No, but like leapfrogging in a mouse scenario is when you. Leapfrogging in this scenario is when you've got you've not got a lot. You're gonna want to bind mostly.
Okay, yeah.
You can do it on both sides of the road. So.
Hang on.
Sleepy time. For example, you could have a buddy team on one side of the road and a buddy team on the other. And you could bind forward. You know what I mean? So
that would probably be the most sensible, especially in this town, moving up through like alleyways and shit. Yeah. But if no one has any questions, it's like 10 past 10. I've had about 3 aneurysms tonight. We can end X.
Goodbye.
Apparently killed Flinders more times than I did the enemies.
Same. Yeah. That's because you'll have killed me when I was in Zeus control, so it counts as killing me. Armor's gay like that.
Whoa.
So am I.
Well, that was fun.
Be honest, that wasn't.
Yeah.
You know what? That last bit, when you said you fucked up, we was meant to do that leapfrog.
Yep.
We accidentally did that.
Wee.
And it does make sense.
It worked. It worked, didn't it?
It did work.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah.